Once upon a time, in a vibrant African village nestled between lush greenery and rolling hills, there lived a young couple named Nala and Kofi. Their love story was the talk of the village, celebrated for its warmth and tenderness. Nala, with her sparkling eyes and gentle spirit, had captured the heart of Kofi, a strong and kind-hearted young man. As the seasons changed and the rhythm of life continued its dance, Nala and Kofi received the most precious gift of all. A child was growing within Nala's womb. The news spread like wildfire throughout the village, igniting a flame of joy and anticipation in the hearts of all who heard it. For in this village, where tradition and family held sway, the birth of a child was a sacred event, celebrated with great reverence and ceremony. But as Nala's due date drew near, a question arose that sparked a spirited debate among the villagers who would care for Nala during her childbirth. Would it be her own mother, Mama Zuri, whose wisdom and nurturing spirit had guided Nala since infancy? Or would it be Kofi's mother, Mama Akosua, whose strength and determination had shaped Kofi into the man he had become? The villagers found themselves divided, each side passionately defending their own beliefs and customs. Mama Zuri argued that as Nala's mother, it was her sacred duty to be by her daughter's side during this momentous occasion. She spoke of the bond between a mother and child, a bond that transcended all else and demanded to be honored. On the other hand, Mama Akosua stood firm in her conviction that it was her responsibility as Kofi's mother to support him and his wife during this time of need. She spoke of the importance of family unity and solidarity, of standing together as one in times of joy and sorrow. As the debate raged on, Nala found herself torn between the love she held for her own mother and the respect she had for her husband's mother. She longed for a solution that would honor both women and bring peace to the village. In the midst of the turmoil, the village chief, a wise and venerable elder, stepped forward to offer his guidance. With a voice that commanded respect and authority, he addressed the gathered crowd, his words carrying the weight of generations past. "Our customs and traditions are the foundation upon which our village stands," the chief began, his voice echoing across the open space. "But in matters of the heart and family, we must find a way to honor both the past and the present." With those words, the chief proposed a solution that would allow both Mama Zuri and Mama Akosua to play a role in caring for Nala during her childbirth. He suggested that they put aside their differences and work together, side by side, to support Nala and her husband through this sacred journey. At first, Mama Zuri and Mama Akosua hesitated, their pride and stubbornness clouding their judgment. But as they looked into each other's eyes, they saw a reflection of their own love and devotion for their children. And in that moment, something shifted between them, a bond of understanding and compassion that transcended their differences. And so, as the days passed and Nala's due date drew near, Mama Zuri and Mama Akosua put aside their differences and came together in a spirit of unity and cooperation. They worked tirelessly to prepare for the arrival of the new baby, gathering herbs and medicines, and weaving blankets and clothes with their skilled hands. As the sun dipped below the horizon on the eve of Nala's labor, the entire village gathered outside her hut, their faces aglow with anticipation. The air was filled with the sweet scent of incense and the rhythmic beat of drums, lending an air of magic to the night. Inside the hut, Nala lay on a bed of soft furs, her face flushed with exertion as the pains of labor racked her body. By her side stood Mama Zuri and Mama Akosua, their hands clasped tightly together as they offered words of encouragement and support. Through the long hours of the night, the women labored together, their voices rising and falling in a chorus of prayers and lullabies. And then, as the first light of dawn painted the sky with shades of pink and gold, a cry pierced the stillness, a cry that filled the hearts of all who heard it with joy and wonder. Nala held her newborn child in her arms, tears of exhaustion and elation streaming down her cheeks. And standing beside her were Mama Zuri and Mama Akoshua, their differences set aside, their hearts united in love for this precious new life. As the village erupted into cheers and celebration, Nala looked around at the faces of her loved ones, their eyes shining with pride and happiness. In that moment, she realized that it didn't matter whose tradition was right or wrong, or who had the greater claim to her affection. What mattered was the love that bound them together, the love of family, of community, of generations past and future. And as the sun rose higher in the sky, casting its warm golden rays upon the earth, the village echoed with the sound of laughter and song, a joyful testament to the power of love and unity in the face of life's greatest moments. And in that small African village, that lesson would be cherished and passed down from generation to generation, a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who called it home.